Wait, I just saw it says like my thing, like my stream bitrate is like super bad. Whoa, what happened? What did I do? It's, okay. I hope everything's alright. I don't know. I can't tell what's up. I did notice my computer was a little slow. I wonder maybe I need to reset it like after this. We're probably not gonna go very long. Just let me know if y'all can hear me pretty clearly. I do have a nice good loop going on in music because I have a mood. Other than that though, I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all doing good. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is Sydney, funny Master Marks. June is going to be here shortly. Funny Jack Guy, Oil Silver Dude. That's cool. Alright. We can hear you? Yay! Yeah, okay, great. It sucks because I genuinely I have to like open up like the stream on my phone to make sure it's not too loud. I don't know, like it says it's playing the music on OBS, but I just can't hear it. I wish it was possible to hear how loud it is. I'll take it though. If it works, it works. That's what matters. That's what matters. What's up, Tom the Man? Hello. Not much. The college has been my second term just started like last week, so I've been plenty busy. I've had my schedule very filled again, which is unfortunate. I need to put out a video. Like God, I think it really is just easier to do streams and just like talk and chat, because I could just come on and like I don't have to worry about like a scripted thing. I can just like give my honest thoughts. It just feels way easier to do this. It is lazier. Music is at a good volume, I think. Hell yeah. Okay, that's good. I'll take it. Perfect. Yeah, I can hear just fine. Beautiful. Okay. So, granted, not much is going on right now in the Lawl community. Like we got the Nova Direct went live. I know that's not results. Gustavo wrote in the bag. Yeah, no, it's not. I literally just made, because like there's like some really good results themes in Mashup Week Megamix that I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna like make a loop of some of my favorites, and I was gonna do more than one, and then I just realized no, Gustavo is amazing, so I did Gustavo first, because his song is also just got a very nice slow beat that's good for like a opening stream. Will you be giving your thoughts on the Nova Direct today? Yeah, I think I will. I don't think I have much to add, but I will talk about it nonetheless, because y'all love hearing me ramble. Let me look it up real quick. We could probably start that today. I think that feels good. Feels right. Not to start anything else. We'll probably lower the video quality though to 360, so the computer doesn't implode on itself. Like last time, I'm pretty sure it was like the quality that was killing it. Alright, then now I will gently lower the Gustavo gaming a lot more. Holy crap, Lois! It's a new hip stream. Wowee! I can't do a Peter voice. I can't. But that's your very spur of the moment attempt. Alright, let me see here. Peter, remember the time we were on Headless Stream? Yeah, Lois, it was pretty freaking sweet. let's see, we can get, okay, I have window capture, I have game capture. That is not what we're looking for here. Let's see. Wabam. Wablah. Wablamo. Hey, Losh. Alright, so I guess before we start, I'll quickly give my upfront opinion on the direct. So I don't think I think Law Nova was like the one roster I didn't rate the empty slot contestants on, because I was like, there's a lot of good ones, and there was like just a lot of ones I just really didn't care about, and the ones I felt really passionate about, I felt like had zero chance. So then I still came out of this pleasantly surprised with some winners. Like, this is a very, very, very good direct. I really like it. I really like it. Okay, watch this stream isn't busy at the work. We just want to drop and say Guzma is pretty epic. We will be talking about him later when I talk about Mashup Weep Megamix. I don't know how many people in the Law community follow that. We'll probably talk about it a little bit later. Yeah, let's quickly get into like the first character. I think, okay, yeah, spoiler alert, if you haven't already watched the direct, please do, because I am going to be just going through this, just scrolling through, because I've watched this already. I'll watch this in a call with people, so I'm going to just go there right now, yeah. So, here we go, I'll be real, I voted for them. But I genuinely thought there was, like, no chance. I thought there was, like, no chance they would even get in. Because, like, again, it's a Sonic character. And I think most people really aren't that passionate about Sonic in this community unless it's, like, a spoof of, like, another version of the character, like a silly thing. If it's Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that. This is, like, the first time where we've gotten, like, something from, like, Archie Comics. Like, just straight up, like, it's like, yeah, this is basically just, like, a version, like, of official Sonic. And it feels really cool to have them here. Like, I love them. I love their designs. I've always, like, I don't read Archie Comic, but, like, these characters just felt like Nova, you know, it can't just be me that feels this way, because obviously, like, I mean, how many people voted for this? 116. Like, yeah, no, clearly you people also agreed to. They deserve to be here. Yuri wins. Yuri wins. There we go. Let me see if I can adjust this a bit. Yeah. That way it's like, I don't know much about them. They're pretty cool, and I can't wait to see what the moveset is like. Yeah, I don't know much about how they, like, fight in general. I know the whole thing, like, what their, like, species is Whisper's a wolf, Tangle's a lemur, so that, and I'm pretty sure, like, Tangle does some really crazy stuff with their tail. Now, they're from the IDW comics, not the RG comics. Okay, thank you for the clarification. Again, I don't read the comics. This fair, Sydney. See ya. But yeah, I love them. I'm glad they're here, and I think it's interesting that even though the comic book aesthetic was used for this reveal, we got confirmation that the 3D model will be used. So I'm excited. I'm very, very curious. Also, I guess real quick before we continue, because I just remembered, it was like how many? 320 total, 320 plus votes. Something like that total for this empty slot. That's huge. That feels pretty big. That feels like, I don't know how big Lawl empty slot polls get, because I know our community is pretty small. It's not that huge. So I wasn't sure, like, you know, okay, but that still feels like a pretty huge number for, like, just in general. Like, that's crazy. They were the most well-known of the obscure list. That's true, yeah. I feel like of the characters there, like, they still understandably fit the obscure section, because obviously they're a comic version of, like, a big, like, IP. There was no reason to... What? But you... Hey, hush you. It was cool. I think it was neat. I like it. I think it was cool because, I mean, I always assume, obviously, because I'm trying to think right now. The first beatdown poll, I think, did go up into like the hundreds. I think I forget how many votes Tord got. I think it was like 120. This, I'm pretty sure all of these characters scored like around that level, just like on principle. They won't have the comic song, even if we know how comic characters are sprites. Totally understand why we modeled. Yeah, I think absolutely all the comic characters that were done in like thus far, because I think we got I forget her Bella. I think not. I forget her name. Like the webcomic girl was along that level. Koichi is like an anime character. And I'm forgetting someone else right now, but like I imagine Scap's got their fill at this point. Like I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to do anything else with comic characters. Just like, you know, I just do 3D models. At least you can have a little. It's something new and different. It's exciting to mess around with it. So I totally get it. I understand. That being said, I think, in general, the obscure side did have way too many obscure characters to the point where, like, I can definitely see, like, yeah, I can see why they would win, like, by a landslide. Alright. Yo, hey. Hold on one second. I'm gonna ask you to don't know. I think. I'm gonna put you in Omega timeout. Get out of here. Isabel it was. Yes, Isabel. I mean, Katie also probably is a bit harder to work with, but she's also like way older. Hold on one second. There we go. We're having fun. Yo, it's Louis, you. Hi, y'all, I'm at work, have fun. Yeah, I figure people are probably either going to work or just getting out of work. Still, though, it works out. You fuckers. I'll remember this, though. You all better come in later and watch the VOD. It's fine, no, it's fine. That being said, also, second character, I just realized 130 votes is a lot. It's a lot. Granted, I can see it. Vivri also vibes with this side of the roster, so it makes sense to me. I don't have much to add with Vivri, though. I'm not really crazy about Vivri. I know this is like one of those characters where, like, people either like just like either don't care or like love Vivri because she's just a vibe. She's cute. She has a niche game, and you know we love niche games. But yeah, this is gonna like there's much to add to this. So let me move on and just say really quick. I nearly screamed when I saw this. I remember when I first saw like this reveal, I thought this was a fake out. I refused to believe Mabel won. Like I did, like just genuinely like there's no way Mabel won. There's no way, and no chance in hell. Cause like Mabel felt like a situation where like there was so many better new characters that could be added to Nova that I think people were super excited for. That I felt like, you know, Mabel wouldn't slide in. Even Scap acknowledges, you know, people probably would imagine that she'd just get in anyway. But she deserves to be here. She deserves to be here. I'm so glad that she's here. She was the character that I definitely voted for. I wanted to see Mabel. It just doesn't feel right to have Dipper and Mabel not together in the same wall. I know we do that a lot with characters in Law already. Some people get other characters from a source. Some people will take the others. So pairs will often get split up. But this just feels right, you know? It just feels right having this corrected. And even like the little pat. And I love it. Like, like 157 votes too. Like, man, wow, that's so many votes. There's so many votes. If someone couldn't go back to the first Lawl beatdown empty slot, where Peebs and Tord were on, someone check that out for me right now if you can, and tell me how many votes those two characters got. I know that's pretty old by this point, but I am really curious how those compare to these votes at this point in the community's lifespan. Mabel was gonna win, we all knew that, but we're still happy about it. I genuinely didn't think so. I genuinely had the belief that there was, the competition was fierce, really fierce. There was a lot of good characters in the known category. Like, it felt way more like of a contest than the lesser known characters. Maybe that's just me, honestly. 'Cause, like, I just kind of convinced myself that, yeah, nah, there's no way it'll happen. There's no way it'll happen. More than one. Well, obviously, yeah, more than one. It is weird. One of the things I'm kind of excited about Mabel is, I think you all have heard that I'm not really the biggest fan of Dipper's moveset as of right now. I think I need to see it more in action, which we can get into that later, to have a more positive opinion about it, but I'm still kind of in that vibe. I'm like, eh. It's one of those old Lawl Nova characters that still kind of feels like they have that jank in their kit that doesn't feel right. So I'm really excited that we're finally getting a new Gravity Falls character, especially a main character, and getting an updated take on that character's, and from, you know, even Scat. I'm very, very excited. The next one, I'll be real. I was like, I basically knew from the get-go who won. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, obviously it was Mabel, and I'm like, I obviously there could be two winners, but like, I was looking at this roster and I'm like, Wallace and Gromit are gonna slam dunk this so hard, like easily. And so whenever Mabel was revealed, I was like, okay, that's cool. So obviously it's Wallace and Gromit, right? And then this just pops up, and I was like, what the? Huh? What? This looks like a space PNG. And then it just keeps going, and then we see this. And I'll be real, it's been like, oh God, maybe like over 10 years since I watched Wallace and Gromit, and even more than 10 years since I watched the original movie where they go to the moon. So I was like, wait, no, the moon's not made out of cheese. This isn't Wallace and Gromit. So I literally just was like, oh shit, who is it then? I got faked out. Got a cool little thing here. Let's play it. We got this cool little, like, oh, it's probably gonna lag like crazy. Oh god, yeah, bitrate, my computer don't like that. Ooh. But we got a cool little fight segment. It was neat. I really liked it. It was really cool. I really, really like this. And then to have it, then once the spaceship obviously showed up, he's like, you hear that, Grommets? No moon means no cheese. And they just hop out like they're ready to fight. And I was like, yes! Everything about it made me, like, so happy. So happy. Like, Wallace and Gromit just makes so much sense for this roster. Just, like, obviously, Skype says the new movie coming out definitely really boosted their chances. But, like, I think especially with modern Nova's aesthetic, with, like, how green it is, Wallace and Gromit kind of just fit. And there's a lot more claymation characters, and, like, just, you know, we got Pingu now. And just, like, it feels right, you know? It just feels like this was the time. This was definitely, like, their time. The stars literally aligned perfectly for them. I'm gonna check to see how many votes they got again. I'm very curious. Uh, oh, also 165? Okay. That's still pretty dang good. That's like, what, Mabel got 156? And he just got, like, 9 more. Yeah. I love this character so much. I'm really, really excited. I will say, one of the funny things I thought of, like, obviously Perry and, like, Doof appear first. I know Doofenshmirtz had his old classic mode, like, ages and ages ago, and his mid-rival was Sheldon. I feel like if that was made today, Wallace and Gromit feel almost perfect as a mid-rival now, because I don't know, they just feel right. They have, like, he invents stuff. It's like, he just feels like a weird polar opposite to Doof in, like, a very wholesome way. I don't know. I just get that vibe from him. Everyone knows the moon is Charles Laughton. I don't get that reference. Wish it was when Rigby and Mordecai and Rigby, but it's dope. Mordecai and Rigby are on Lawl transformed. All right. Do we need to say it again on stream? Do we need to say it on stream? If Vibri won this poll, obviously, but it's okay for lols to share characters. This is going to happen. People can have shared interests. It happens more often than you think, friend. How much money would you put on Wallace and Gromit to win at blackjack? I can't play blackjack, and I don't know how to play poker either. And just recently, I started playing poker, and I sucked at it. So I'm gonna say I would put down probably way too much, and then barely make anything back. That being said, I don't think Mordecai and Rigby really fit Lawl Nova. I don't know what it is about. There was a lot of characters in the well-known section that I felt like just didn't fit Nova, and obviously, like, there's some people, I'm sure even Scatwit's like, oh, but no, I actually like these characters. No. Mordecai and Rigby just didn't really feel right to me. They're like, it just tonally, didn't make too much sense for me. So I'm not. If they won, I would have been interested to see, like, how they would work. But, you know, what happens? What happened. It's not like the Earth will implode over two Vibri movesets. No, we're going to have two Vibri Phoebe's running side by side. The world will go insane. We'll get a third Vibri game, and it'll be so cool. It'll be so awesome. Also, really quick, before I forget, I think one of the advantages that the Wallace and Gromit had that also elevated them now is back then, obviously, New Law. They never really did as great, but in its modern day, Lawl Nova still has, like, a very, it still uses, I think, pivot, I'm pretty sure, yeah, and these characters, I think claymation characters fit this kind of Lawl style way more, because you don't have to do individual idle frames, like, you can have them be still at once, until they do a move, like, animation-wise, it's less weird when they're standing still and on the screen and they haven't done a move yet or an animation. It just works. They just fit. Like, technically, aesthetically. 3 kikis! Yeah, it just, everything about it just works. Now let's go to, in my opinion, the surprising one. I thought for sure, like, this would be a lot, like, less, like, I was very surprised Pingu won. Like, I'm surprised Pingu just sweeped the poll alongside Sakurai. I would have figured other characters would have taken it way more easily. That being said, I like Koki. Koki is cute. We love Koki. Koki is adorable. And it's been confirmed already in the same video that Koki will be getting their moveset first, which makes me so happy because I want to know more about this character. She seems so adorable and charming. I love her to death. Also, another like a clay styled character. So, like, hey, it like Clay animation people are eating good, I guess. Also, I also do genuinely think one of the fun things about, I think one of the best aspects that makes a good empty slot is not only everyone that you want to see getting in gets in, but there's those fair share of like surprises that you actually do really want to see and are curious about, like things that like aren't really like things you asked for. Koki falls into that category. Obviously, rival characters, so it's gonna be like more out there. So like Koki feels in that really nice niche, and everyone else is pretty well known, I'd say. I like it. I really, really like it. And then obviously Toby Fox. I was wondering who would be the one to take on Toby Fox. I think it's funny. It's just Law Nova. This Law Nova has again that vibe, which is just silly enough that it makes sense for Toby to be here. I like it. I don't have much to add here. I think intentionally limiting yourself with Toby to like super special secrets and weird stuff that not connected to any other real things he's done is interesting. I like it. I'm intrigued. I want more. Also, I need to ask here. Where is it? What is the baby is you? What is the baby is you? Chat, can you tell me what the baby is you is? Is it? I'm afraid to ask, but I'm also morbidly curious. Now let's move. I guess we'll quickly go over this. Like, what was it like that? New funny mirrors. Can we see anyone here? Okay. So, I'll be real. I don't really know. That character in the middle is giving me like major what's his name? San Andreas Bigfoot vibes. That's what it is. Yeah, I could believe it's something like that. That's obviously some evil version of Bart from the show. Maybe even a Halloween special centered Bart. Kermit. And I was looking at this and I was like, Polygon Man? Polygon Head? Is that who that is? Is that Polygon Head? I'm really curious if that's what that is. Like from because I love PlayStation All Stars. It's not crazy for a lot of people. I like PlayStation All Stars a lot. So I hope that's it. That'd be really funny. Bartman? Is Bartman like? Can he be a separate thing? I don't know that much about Bartman. I know there's Do the Bartman is like a thing, but I didn't know that's like an actual like thingamajig. Wait, is that Constantine? Who is Constantine? Because I think of that and I think, okay, that's like a superhero in DC, I think. I want to know who's on the left, because like I feel like if I could probably quickly check this out. Here, hold on. We're gonna quickly do this. I'm gonna use my power of snipping tool. All right, and hopefully my computer doesn't freak out. Let's see here. He could probably do that. I gotta find a way to harness his power. That's right, we're gonna cheat. Alright, come on, paint on it. Get her, oh, whoop, let me do that. Get her up there. Alright. Let's see. Adjustments. Invert colors. Yay! Okay, here we go. This is mean. This is so evil. Is his brother? It's his brother. That's right. I was like, I've seen that aesthetic. I'm like, he looks like a disgruntled version of Bart. And I do vaguely remember that, so I could totally believe that. Like, yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's probably him. I like that idea a lot. I'm convinced. All right. And now we're gonna save this. There we go. Alright. I'm going to quickly remove window capture. We're going to check this out together. Live on stream, guys. We're delving into the secrets. Secrets. Alright. Here we go. I can't identify a single silhouette on the villain's team. Well, that's good, because I feel like most of us already did identify who those characters were. Is absolutely abominable snowman. Okay. Here's the characters on the hero side. I am incredibly sad to see there is no Timmy's mom here. There's no Timmy's mom. There's no Timmy's mom in sight. I can't believe this. And I feel like I'm just as confused on who any of these characters are. It's like I don't recognize a single one of these silhouettes at all. There's like maybe a party hat in the top right with a little foot poking out. There's like a Club Penguin character face down, A posing. That could also maybe be an airplane. One of them looks like a character who could be Toon Sora's Mirror Fighter. No one told me you were streaming this? Oh, I didn't really say anything. I just kind of... Look, you gotta enable notifications, I guess. Hello, Scout. We're discovering your secrets as best as we can. Also, yeah, you know what? I can see it now. That probably is like an echo for Toon Sora. No, yeah, I see it. That's probably like Roxas, judging by the hair. Which makes sense for an echo of like a Toon Sora. I like that a lot. I really, really like that. I have no clue who's in the top left. That looks like Diddy Kong from like Donkey Kong Country. Like they're like in-game sprite. It's what, like, because I see the hat. Maybe that's a Homestuck character. Maybe. I don't know. I have. Who are you theorizing so far? On the Team Hero side. In the middle with a hair and like holding out like what looks like a keyblade. Pretty sure that's like a Toon Roxas, so that has to be Toon Sora Echo Fighter. I think there might be someone on the bottom left there that looks like it looks like a little circle with like feet. Top left, honestly, Toon. What if that's Toon Diddy Kong? Nah, no way, no way. I don't know. I think that might honestly be a Homestuck character, judging by like the silhouette and its like size and proportions. Who it looks like they're wearing a hat, but like that. I mean, Jade doesn't have an echo, I guess, but I don't think that looks like any kind of echo that's familiar to me. Top right looks like a party hat with a foot. That's probably like some arcade character. And then the bottom right character looks like an A-posing Club Penguin character that's face down on the floor. But it also could be an airplane. The character on the left hasn't been predicted correctly. Yeah, it's probably really obvious, and I have no clue. And then I guess really quick, since Scap's here, we can now go back to the ones on the right. I saw this, and I feel like the villains was way easier for me to identify before, and I still feel like afterwards, still feels pretty easy. Bottom right, Muppet's character has a current physique to it. I can see it. Middle character is probably an echo for San Andreas Bigfoot as who it is. I don't No, because that's like again like a source that's like could be just about anything, but the body type makes me think San Andreas Bigfoot. And in the bottom left, I was looking at it, I'm like, why does that hairstyle look familiar? That's obviously related to Bart, but I feel like even I can guess who this is, and I just didn't really know. And then someone said in chat that that's like the Bart that lives in the attic or something like that. Like, I was like, yeah, that makes sense now, because I remember there's like a weird disheveled looking Bart that looks funky. Which I like that. I like that. I'm really interested by the idea. I like the idea that maybe that it's like based more on like Halloween specials. I don't know. I don't know if that was a Halloween special, but Also, top right, if it's who I think it is, because like I see that silhouette, scap, and I need to know so badly, because like there's no way it can't be anything else unless I'm like insane. That has to be Polygon Man from like PlayStation All Stars. Because I see the points on the left, the head shape and the distinguished jaw. It's a floating head. I bet it has to be. It so has to be him. It so has to be him. There's no way it's not him. There's no way it's not. As I don't know who would be an echo of, because it could, because like I get, because PlayStation All Stars, I guess like you could maybe have a thing to suggest it could be Sakurai, because head of the Sony characters, but like he could also like. The Echo Fighter thing, you could really expand upon that. I don't know. That could be a really fun character to work on, though, and if that is, new instant favorite character. Because I love PlayStation All-Stars. Also, wait, no, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, then. So wait, is there only 4 characters? Wait, yeah, is there only 4 characters? So... yeah, so it has to be the top left character that you're talking about, Scout, on the far left. And that's Toon Roxas. So, like, I was thinking there was, like, something else in, like, this, like, little area, like, right here. That's, like, small. But no, that makes sense now. Yeah, okay. So it is just, like, the weird on the top left. I have no clue who that is. Yeah, no clue. No clue. I think that's it for Mirror Fighters. We can quickly move on to highlights are coming back. I'm excited. And here we go. This is what I wanted to see so badly in this community. I think this is... Scap made it clear for everything they've said why I think tournaments are a thing we need to do as a community more. Just in general. It just makes so much sense. Classic modes, as much as we all love classic modes and we love rival dialogue, it is probably way harder to make classic modes repeatedly interesting in some way. So I think this should be more of a thing people do more often, especially when they have a bigger roster. Just do a tournament. Just do a tournament, you know? Good way to like have characters interact with each other. It probably is still a lot of work, but it's a lot more interesting and engaging than a classic mode. You get like a little bit of interaction. That's probably more fun for the creator to make. It's different every time. And you know, you're just using all the normals you've worked on over like all the time you've been working on Law. Like it just makes sense. It's a good use of resources. And people again, it's like even Scap says, people like classic mode because we love the 1v1s. Doing a tournament gives you basically everything a person would want to see from a wall thing. You get fun 1v1s, and the best part is you don't have to do the whole tournament in one go. You could split it up into video by video, and just hey, here's the intro lore to like this tournament matchup. Have the characters talk about how they feel about the match. Maybe have them interact a little bit. Then the fight starts. The stage is selected. Then the fight plays out, and maybe there's a little bit of commentating. I am an announcer in Law Nova. It would be really, really cool to do something fun for this. I would like it a lot. And then it ends off, obviously, with whoever wins or loses. Characters, have whatever reaction they feel about winning or losing. And then the match is over. The bracket continues on, and then the video's over. You get a tease for whatever's next in the tournament. It's like a fun little anime, like, next time on Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, it just makes sense. It's way, way more fun and easier to work on on a creator end. Because, like, unlike a classic mode where you basically are obligated to upload every single fight all at once, and it takes a lot of energy. Tournament, just one fight, and then you can have a nice playlist on the side for people whoever they want to watch it, and people will love it. People will eat that stuff up. People will eat that stuff up all the time. Like, this just makes so much sense. Just more people need to do this. It's a good use of resources, and it's just way easier just on, like, a workload. I'm so glad this is finally happening, because, like, this, again, is something I wanted in the community for, like, years! For years! And it's happening now, and I'm so happy. It's a great format. It's great. Also really quick. The Goobers. I like this matchup. I like it a lot. It also made me realize that CDI Ganon does have an outline on him. He has the red shine. I never noticed that before in the... I mean, I guess I did notice it, but it didn't stick out nearly as much. So I'm really intrigued by this. I like it a lot. As for, like, the next Goober, yeah, Blinks is here. Let me see if I can, like, get. So I think Blinks is pretty sick with it. I think Blinks is pretty cool. I like Blinks the cat. Cool design. Love him to death. I love him. We're finally getting more cats in LOL, baby. Let's go. Fun little bonus tree. I like this. I really like this. No complaints. I like. Big enjoy. And then I think we get at the very end like a showcase of like the whole roster now, right? Yes. God. See, look at all these characters that could be in a tournament setting. I like this a lot. I guess really quick, I'll say, I think I'd be interested in seeing, like, because obviously this is a lot of characters to put in a tournament setting. So maybe you could even have, like, people vote for, like, I don't know. How big is usually a tournament? I guess, like, you would have to say, like, how much does Scat want to work on, like, a whole tournament thing? And how many matchups do they want to do? Because Law Nova is a pretty big roster. I don't know the exact amount of characters, but I would say like maybe like 20 is the number that comes to my head. So like have people vote for like the top 20 they'd want to see in the tournament. Like have them like specifically be chosen. And we can say those fights, I don't know, maybe they happened off screen. I don't know. Or maybe they just weren't the characters that were chosen. And then we can enjoy those first couple 20. I think that maybe there'd be more bias. Maybe there'd be more workload. But hey, you know, it is. Mono Nerd wants to know your location. Oh god. Oh no. The Mono Nerd is getting me? Nah, no way. I'm invincible. Quick drink out of my little mini fridge. Some delicious tea for my sore throat. It's not actually that sore, but very good, very yes. Yeah, just overall pretty good. I like it. Um, Hat Kid and Blink's arrivals. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense to me. They're from associated with time platformers. That makes sense. I do think it's interesting how Hat Kid's. Oh yeah, Hat Kid's also in a Framemakers now, which is pretty awesome. Hat Kid's getting a lot of love lately. I do think it's interesting now. I think about like Hat Kid wasn't shown in this with Blinks. They kind of just they use that as an excuse to show off Blinks' time power, which I really like. That's a fun little way to reveal a rival. It's neat. Imagine. Okay. I would be fine with John getting into that top 20 if we continued the Brother John character arc. I love it. I think the Brother John thing is hilarious. I think it's really funny. And I honestly think that people should just keep doing that. I like that that is his current genuine lore. All of the John show happens, and even more John show happens. That's fine. Now, we are living in a world post-John show where John is now Brother John and the Law of Nova. So, like, he had to be... Imagine he has to be pulled back from the Priory or, like, the Cathedral to fight. And he doesn't throw a single punch the entire fight. Not because he doesn't want to try fighting, but because he wants to play as pacifistically as possible, because he doesn't believe in a life of violence anymore. Like, he's trying his best to, like, constantly avoid getting hit, so the fight goes on as long as possible. A Brother John alt would be pretty funny. Please! I know John probably has all his alts done. I think I would love an extra Brother John alt at this point. Like that's like his bonus extra costume he gets. Brother John lore, we need more Brother John lore. I want that so badly. Like, I don't know how... Wait, actually. Imagine Brother John fights in the tournament. And obviously, you know, the match happens. What if somehow he won the fight by playing... Like, Brother John wins by doing absolutely nothing. And he... Like, I don't know how long the joke could go. It would be funny if it worked, like, a couple times, and then, like, someone, like genuinely, like, kind of nutso shows up, and Brother John has to, like, he can't do it. But it would be funny if he at least won 1 or 2 matches by doing nothing. And just, like, playing as pacifistically as possible. He turns Sybil into non-Sybil. See, that's the matchup right there. Brother John and Sybil fight. They don't need to exchange words. Sybil gives up her spot in the competition to Brother John out of mutual respect. That's the one, like, character Brother John is friends with and works. Win the tournament as John without dying. I love this idea so much. I need to see this now. I love this. If you genuinely do a poll to decide, like, a certain amount of characters you do for the tournament, I want John up there. I want John up there. At least for, like, even if he doesn't go very far, I want it. I want it so badly. I like the joke. I like the gag. I think that's funny. I think that would be really, really, really funny. Brother John and Sybil's rival first. That's the mid-rival. Alright. Let me see here. Anything else we want to chat about? Anything else at all? I know I was debating on doing the Mashup Week Megamix tier list ranking. But I might save it because we've already gone an hour, and I feel like if I do it again, I'll be going into the 2-hour range again. Stuff like this is why I love the vlog community so much. Yes. we all love our fun like characters and goobers fighting each other, but we just as much love the silly, like the stuff that makes like just the fun stuff. And unique Lawl lore is so funny. What if I added that cathedral from Oblivion as a stage and Brother John is in the BG? I would love that. I would love that to death so much. I still think Brother John should be a bonus costume, but I would also accept that. That's good. What do you think of Anna's moveset and Aether? Oh yeah, that's right. Wait. Is that? I don't think I've actually seen that. Hold on. Because that's Lawl Aether. Holy crap. Oh yeah, Anna's Shepherd. That's right. I guess I can look at that really quick. Which empty slot are you hyped for next? Well, actually, how many empty slots are left? I think it's literally just beatdown at this point, right? I don't really know if there's any others that are going on right now that I'm super crazy for. Because I think Lawl Nova, Lawl Mad, and Lawl Beatdown were the 3 big ones. I think people were like going crazy for it. And now like we gotten 2 of them out of the way, and now we're just down to 1 more. Which NPC? Oh, I already said that. Oh yeah, actually no, I remember now because I did watch Anna's moveset. I thought she was interesting. I like the character. I don't really understand the source that much. But I like her. I think she was kind of just okay though. I think overall I like Nora and Summer Kid a bit more. I think I'll learn to like Anna over time. I like the implications. I don't know, obviously you're probably not trying to spoil what happens in the story, but like reading the stuff and like the character, like reading about the character made me a lot more interested in the source. Maybe more so than the moveset, obviously. But again, I think adding that thing at the start to talk about the character really helped Lawl. Is it helping Lawl Aether so much? Lawl the Lost, Cassette, and Aether. Oh my god! Really? There's like oh my god! That's right. Yeah. No wait. Yeah. There is another poll for Cassette. That's right. Oh my god. I think I talked about it on one of our previous streams. I'm pretty sure. You'll have to remind me if I did. Law of the Lost. I don't remember who was on that poll. And Aether is also doing an empty slot? I do think it's a little soon for Aether. Because I am way more interested in seeing the rest of the Aether. Because like I think Aether right now is at a good speed of like steadily improving itself. It's still finding its footing, which I really like. So I'm not really crazy about an empty slot for it, honestly. Yeah, you did. I thought I did, yeah, because that's the only one that was like super familiar to me. Yeah, I think I'm at this point right now where Law of the Lost. I'm sure anyone could win and it'd be fine. Law of the Lost is one of those laws where again it's like very unique character choices. So you can throw anything, anyone could win. I'm like, okay, sure, I'm interested. Give them to me. Cassette is another one of those weird oddballs, but I already talked about it. Is the Miser? Oh yeah, the Miser brothers. Yeah, you know what? That I remember that actually. I really like the Heat Miser and Snow Miser stuff. Their songs are, I mean, mostly Snow Miser. Snow Miser got the bigger stick, I feel like. Yeah, an empty slot should be after the first 6 or so movesets. I agree. I think an empty slot is, the purpose of an empty slot is to gauge audience engagement and what the audience feels like about your Law at that current moment. Like, who do they think, based on the roster, would fit tonally within right now? It's a lot of fun. So I can understand why people want to jump into it really fast. But you're still like, I still feel like even 6 movesets might be like too few. I think I would honestly maybe say like after 8, 10, maybe 8 or 10, because at that point you've probably already got a list of characters you're interested in and you're intrigued by. So an empty slot is kind of just like a good way to pick up some extra characters to check out. And fill out those empty slots, basically. It kind of loses its impact when it's done super early, and people are already like kind of wanting to see the characters you've already teased. You know. This is my opinion, though. I do think Lawl Aether has the potential to have some really interesting empty slot characters, because it has like a very surreal, like a kind of spooky-ish. It kind of reminds me of a modern Liquid Crystal, and in a good way. I'll add, the good modern Liquid Crystal, where it has like a lot of spooky characters and a lot of like weird oddball animation characters. Like Nora fits into that bill, Anna Shepard, and like the kid, I forget his name. I'm sorry, I always forget his name. Summer Kid, yeah, where they have the spooky vibe. I like it. Lawl Transformed also has its empty slot that has its results coming out soon. I am very curious, because I don't think I followed Transformed super. Oh, you left suggestions to the HS empty slot. Yeah, I remember that as I was talking about it, because you actually posted it at like the perfect time, where normally when an empty slot happens, I don't have many good suggestions for people. But for like your Lawl specifically, I was like, oh wait, no, I actually have some good ones now that I think about it. My idea going into it is that the results would be revealed when there was one revealed character left. I could see what you mean, however. Yeah, no, I like that actually. I think that is a good way of doing it as well, because that gives you more of a leeway, like up front, to see, okay, who are you guys just thinking about right now? Obviously, we're not doing it right now, but later. That's good. That's a good way of doing it as well, because obviously, I think one of the things that happens a lot with empty slots as well is empty slots come out, they're out for like a good bit, and then they're closed. And basically anything in that frozen time span is sucked into a whirlpool and absorbed into that empty slot. So anything and everything that could be happening in the world and the community right now is usually what's thrown at an empty slot. It's a perfect storm of when a character gets added at that point. Because then obviously not long after people suggest the characters, the poll happens. So doing it early gives people time to like send in their suggestions. A lot of them come in, and then they sit there, and then they linger, and they're kind of just there for a bit, and then people can vote for, you know, a final thing much later and see how people are feeling about those characters now. Like the initial hype is down, so it's a lot fresher. Alright, I gotta go. Thanks for having me. Hell yeah. See you, peeps. We're probably gonna wrap it up here as well. I don't have much to add. It's been an hour. We will do the Mashup Week Megamix ranking probably another day. I guess really quick before I drop, I guess I'll say, I wanted to talk about Lawl Prime so badly. I've been like thinking about it lately, how much I want to talk about Lawl Prime. And I just don't really have the time. I feel like I should do an edited thing. But I think what I'll do is I'll just talk about it again on a stream, if y'all are cool with that. Thoughts on Project 154? That's right. I need to talk about that really quick, because I'm a big Lawless Law head. I love Lawless Law. I think Project 154 is actually really, really good. Not for the reasons you might be thinking, though. Just in general, I think he's good in the community. Because that's also part of the reason why I want to talk about Lawl Prime. I think there is an innate danger to releasing banger set after banger set. Because if you start releasing all these good characters that people are wanting to see, then you start getting to a point where a hype train is building up. and it becomes too much to handle on the creator end. Like, it's too much pressure because you have to keep fulfilling those expectations. And Lawl Salt, I keep gassing it up all the time because Lawl Salt is amazing. I love Lawl Salt. Lawl Salt is like incredible, and even the characters that are more niche, I think, are really interesting. And Project 154 was one of the characters that I was really curious about because he really stood out in Lawl Salt's roster. And Lawl Salt has been releasing so many good characters lately. So it was really nice for them to release a character, and it wasn't just a perfect character, you know? Like, I think that was, like, so good for Lawl Salt. Like, we got a character that was neat, it was cool, people liked it, but then there was clear problems with the character. Not so much that they were, like, they ruined the character, like, that, like, people kept talking about them afterwards, like, it was, like, kind of, it gets annoying, it's a little toxic, it's not really, like, it's just annoying. Project 154 is perfect because he hits that middle ground of he is a Lawl Salt set that is still pretty good. The animation is pretty nice. But his moveset, and there's some like quirks on like the character when like the cooldowns are too much, and there's maybe too many numbers in terms, like even for me there was a lot of term and number bloat that I was like, oh this is a lot. Like I imagine this character probably feels way better in motion, but explaining all the mechanics felt like a lot. It felt like a lot was going on, even more so than like the lady who designs dresses for like all the characters. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. But it was still a Lawl set. Well, it was Lawl Assault set. It was still good. It was still neat. People liked it. People just have more problems with it. And that's good. That's so good that we can have that moment where like a Lawl Assault set comes out and it's not perfect. It's the perfect middle ground, and that lets the hype kind of simmer down. But it also gives us as a community things to talk about, you know? Because if every set's just good and it's just amazing, then we kind of run out of things to talk about. We run out of things to add to the conversation. We run out of ways to get engaged with a creator outside of just saying like, yo, that set's pretty cool. I like it. Both thumbs up. And I imagine that's also annoying on the creator's end, because then they're like, oh yeah, everyone's saying this is good, but I don't know, I'm not getting much feedback. Maybe you don't think the set is good as a creator. Maybe you kind of have like more critical feelings about that aren't up to your par, that you can't put into words. That's what feedback is for. That's what like comments are supposed to be for. To like, say, hey, I like this, but maybe you could change some things around. Still pretty good though. I like it. Project 154 is just like that perfect thing that Lawl Salt needed right now. That got me thinking about Lawl Prime again, because Lawl Prime has released banger after banger after banger. And unlike Lawl Salt, where I think Lawl Salt is like amazing and incredible, Lawl Prime is also incredible, but it's still getting off its feet, you know? It can't be perfect. But yeah, I'll save my talk about later. I gotta drop now. So yeah. See y'all. Hopefully I have a stream again soon. Bye-bye.